Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russ from Modern Curb Appeal. I want to talk to you today about three things that I've incorporated into my sales pitches or when I'm doing my estimates that have really changed how I read customers and my close rate on winning jobs. I would say 6 months ago, I was probably winning half the jobs that I was bidding on. Right now, my close rate is somewhere around 83%. And I've changed that in about 6 months just by doing these three little tricks. Not necessarily tricks, but just putting my sales pitch or explaining my services in such a way that these three techniques have really helped. This is going to sound a little bit corny, but it comes down to the now, the how, and the wow. All right. So if you look on the internet, and if you're looking at sales and marketing, different innovative brainstorming type games, you'll find all kinds of different versions of this. But I've set it up to what works for me, and I've set it up for what my customers need to hear to set me apart from any other company in this area. When I talk about the companies in this area, I'm competing against 23 other registered pressure washing companies in a town that has a median household income of about $57,000 and a total population of about 29,000. All right, so I've got to branch out about 40 miles and cover that area when it comes to my marketing just to be effective. Starting off with the first one, all right, the now. When you show up, do you look like a business? That's probably the biggest part of this. Do you look official? All right. Do you look like a Craigslist cowboy, or do you look like somebody who's got their shit together? A shirt that has your company name on it, a trailer that's probably marked with your logo or your services, something that says, you know, like my trailer that you guys have seen in my other videos. You know, I've got the big 3-lettered MCA, Modern Curb Appeal, pressure washing, window cleaning, and then under that I've got roofs, solar, gutters, all that other stuff. Biggest thing is, do you look like somebody who is going to offer a legitimate professional service to a customer? Greet the customer. Handshakes are a must. All right. Eye contact during the handshake. Your name, your business. What can I help you with today? That's first impressions. All right. First impressions start from the time you pull up. Really, they start from the phone call that you get saying, hey, could you come look at my house? I think I need to get some pressure washing done. Or could you come take a look at my windows? I've got some hard water stains. Can you take a look at my roof? I've got some mold issues. I've got a lot of black staining. Could you just come explain it to me? When you're explaining that job, explain it in such a way that the customer feels like you're the only guy, that if they were going to hire somebody, you are the guy. That leads into the how. All right. When you're walking around a house, let's just talk about house washes for a second, all right? What sets you apart from any other company in your area? For me, obviously walking around the entire house with the customer, pointing out the details, all right? The details. I'm talking about pointing out the damn oxidation around the screw on a gutter downspout, all right? You've got to point stuff out like that. You've got to be minuscule and minute with your details. If you just say, yeah, I'll come in and I'll clean your house, maybe I'll call somebody else. Pointing out the details, all right? For me, when I bid a house wash, when I do an estimate, I include three things that no one else does in this area. And I know that for a fact because I've asked. First one, gutter oxidation and tar removal. That's a part of my service, all right? I'm not tacking on extras. I'm not going to say, hey, for an extra, $50, I'll get the tar and oxidation off your house. Well, what kind of house washing service is that? All right, that's fucking BS. Let's be honest, it's BS. If you're not including that in your house washes, change your service, all right? Because for one thing, you come in and wash an entire house and then you leave it with black gutters. The house looks like crap, man. Like, I don't care if you got the green stuff off the siding, the house looks like crap. Anybody who's a professional in this industry is going to take one look at that house and they're immediately going to start dogging your work. All right, when the customer walks out, we'll get to this in a minute, you're not going to hear those 3 letters that you're looking for. All right. The second, after the house wash, I'm going to come back with a water-fed pole and I'm going to rinse all the windows. All right, that's going to guarantee that no water spots are on those windows, and for me, it's going to give closure to the fact that I have physically cleaned the living crap out of that house. And when that customer looks out through a window, the only thing they're going to see is stuff that they have to take care of on the inside. All right. The third, I've got a Class 3 Universal EPA HVAC certification. All right. So when I'm selling my house washes, if I walk around the side of the house and the HVAC or the air conditioning, condenser unit has green mold or pine needles or leaves, whatever else all around it, if it's something that I can quickly take care of with, some sodium hypochlorite and a pressure washer, that's in my realm. I know what I'm doing. I know the process. I know the science of how it works. I'm not going to mess anything up. I feel confident in that. So I throw that in my services. So there's 3 things that I include in my house washes that no one else in this area does without at least charging extra and making the customer know that their price is going up incrementally. That's the how. All right. The wow, getting back into offering all of those services. All right. If your customer walks outside and the first thing that they see after you're finished with their house doesn't trigger the word wow, alter what you're doing, figure out what it is that you need to improve on, and figure out what it is that customers are looking for in their house that really disgusts them and causes them to call you in the first place, and figure out how you can get that out of them. When I walk out back from my trailer from wrapping my hoses up, I already know I'm done. And it's not because I have an ego, or it's not because I'm cocky. It's not even a fact of, I would call it a little bit of professional arrogance, in that I know, based on the services that I provide, what the condition of that house is in that customer's mind that they're looking for. I know the house is perfect. That's the point here, is that I am charging, and you are charging as a professional pressure washer. You are charging a fee for a standard that has to be met, and that standard should be perfection. All right. If it's not, if you're okay with leaving oxidation on the gutters, fine. Don't expect respect from me. This industry has a lot of people. It has a lot of Craigslist cowboys that are going to come out here for $40 or $50 and blow and go in an hour and be gone. Meanwhile, you've got guys that have really, really put some super science and some super time invested into their services that strive for perfection. And you're only going to get that from guys that are truly professional pressure washers. And you guys always hear me say it: licensed, insured, professional. Those are the buzzwords in this industry. So those are the 3 things. If you guys, if you want to improve it, change it, make it work for you. That's the point of this video, is that take those 3 things, adapt it to your area, and adapt it to your service regime, I guess you could say. Figure out what works for you. So if you guys have anything to add, let me know. Shoot me a comment, like and subscribe. This was a subscriber requested video. I don't think I need to cover any more content in this video, but if you guys have any questions, shoot me a comment. Let me know.